feeling that sting of missing out on Nvidia's incredible rise. That gut punch of watching a stock rocket into the multi-trillion-dollar club while you were stuck on the sidelines is certainly rough. You saw the headlines, watched the chart go completely vertical, and probably thought, well, that ship has sailed. But what if the biggest gains from the AI boom are still on the table, and the real story isn't about the company plastered all over the news? The AI story is just getting started, and there's one company every major chip designer quietly relies on to bring their world-changing ideas to life. Stick with me, because we're about to look past the hype and find the silent giant that's truly powering this whole thing. To really understand what's happening, let's take a quick trip back in time to the California gold rush in the 1800s. Thousands rushed west, dreaming of striking it rich, but for every one who found massive gold nuggets, thousands more went home with nothing. So, who consistently made a fortune? It wasn't the miners gambling on finding gold, but the people selling the picks, shovels, and wheelbarrows. They weren't betting on any single prospector. They were selling essential tools every miner needed, whether they struck gold or not, guaranteeing their market. Today, AI is the new gold rush, a frenzy of innovation and money, with companies like Nvidia designing incredible GPUs, the gold nuggets that power AI. But here's the secret. They don't actually make their own chips. Nvidia is what's called a fabless company. They are brilliant architects, creating blueprints for the most advanced silicon. But when it's time to forge these physical marvels, they turn to someone else. They, and all their rivals, turn to the master toolmaker, the company selling the picks and shovels in the greatest gold rush of our generation. So, how does a multi-trillion-dollar idea, a digital blueprint for a chip like Nvidia's Blackwell GPU, become a physical object you can actually hold? It goes through the most complex and expensive manufacturing process on the planet, inside a semiconductor foundry, or a fab. Over the last few decades, the chip industry split. Fabless designers like Nvidia and Apple focus on brainpower, creating faster, more powerful chips. On the other side, pure-play foundries don't design their own chips. Their mission is to be the absolute best chip manufacturer in the world. They take blueprints from fabless companies and turn them into reality, built on a sacred promise. We'll build your designs, protect your secrets, and never compete with you. And sitting at the very center of this universe is one undisputed titan, Taiwan's Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC. TSMC is, without exaggeration, the most important company you might have never heard of, the world's largest and most advanced semiconductor foundry. As of the first half of 2025, TSMC's share of the global pure-play foundry market is hovering around a massive 70.2%. When you look at only the most advanced chips essential for AI, TSMC's grip is even tighter, manufacturing over 90% of the world's cutting-edge chips. Those beastly Nvidia H100 and Blackwell GPUs, AMD's processors, and Apple's custom silicon for iPhones and Macs, all made by TSMC. They are the indispensable partner, the silent engine behind pretty much every major player in the AI revolution. This brings us to the heart of the matter. If you missed Nvidia's run-up, the smart move is to own the foundational infrastructure the entire industry depends on. That company is Taiwan's Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, ticker TSM on the New York Stock Exchange. First, they have a technological moat that's almost impossible to cross. Building a leading-edge fab costs tens of billions of dollars and takes decades of know-how. TSMC is always a step ahead, mastering 5nm and 3nm chips. And their 2nm technology is on track for mass production in the second half of 2025. They're already planning for their 1.4nm factory, a technology designed to drive the next wave of AI, making it nearly impossible for anyone to catch up. Second, look at their client list, a who's who of big tech, including Apple as their biggest customer at 25% of revenue, and Nvidia at 11%. This incredible customer base means TSMC wins no matter who's on top of the AI wars, benefiting as long as the world needs more computing power. In fact, as Google, Amazon, and Microsoft race to design their own custom AI chips, who are they hiring to build them? TSMC. They are literally being paid to arm every single side in the AI arms race. Third, The financials are rock solid. TSMC recently boosted its 2025 revenue growth forecast into the mid-30% range. They maintain incredible profit margins and have a war chest of cash to pour back into R&D, which just widens their lead. Even with all this dominance, its valuation often remains more reasonable than the high-flying stocks of its famous customers. Of course, there's no such thing as a risk-free investment, and the big cloud over TSMC is geopolitical risk. Tensions around Taiwan are real and can't be dismissed, which is why Taiwan's chip dominance is called its silicon shield. To manage this risk, TSMC is diversifying its manufacturing footprint, building massive new fabs in Arizona, Japan, and Germany. The Arizona plants are accelerating their timelines for advanced chip production, while Japan's first new fab is already up and running. So, while everyone is still hypnotized by the gold miners, we've been looking at the company that builds all their machinery. Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company isn't just another chip stock. It's the foundational platform on which the entire AI revolution is being built. Now, obviously, this isn't financial advice. You have to do your own research before making any investment decisions. But the TSMC story is incredibly compelling, a story of quiet dominance, indispensable technology, and a strategic position that is simply unmatched. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. And drop a comment below, what do you think? Is TSMC the most important company in the world right now? Remember, the AI revolution is a marathon, not a sprint. By focusing on the foundational players, you're investing in the infrastructure of tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.